children so that they have a chance to express and feel whatever they feel. But we need to help them understand that's not truth. That's not a fact. That's what you feel. As we get them through that, we help them to differentiate that zeal. It says zeal without knowledge is not good. So what lives in the zeal section? Emotions, feelings, thoughts, and opinions. They live in the zeal section. The Bible doesn't say zeal is bad. Of course not. This is a good thing. We want to foster passion and zeal and desire and eagerness. We want to foster that. We just need them to know that that by itself, without knowledge, is not good. So the knowledge part is separate. These are facts and truths, right? So after we get that clear for our kids, we can help them learn to express how they feel, know what they think, and have an opinion, and know that that's separate from fact and truth. Story. So my son was in school, and he was having a problem with what people were saying about him. And this happens a lot. You know, kids can be really cruel. They can be, tease each other or just start rumors about each other. It's just filled with thoughts, opinions, and feelings, right? I mean, that's what kids and teens are. They're just a big ball of that, right? And we come in to try to help them sift it out and kind of go, okay, this is what this is and this is what that is. So anyway, so he's in school and people are saying all these things. And I remember we had this conversation, and it was a hard conversation because as a parent, it hurts your heart when your child is hurting, right? So I remember telling him, there's a scripture that says, do not be surprised when you face trials of many kinds, as if something strange were happening to you. Because you're different. You stand out. Because of who you are, you stand out. You don't fit in with, conventional groups. You stand out. You're unique for whatever reason, right? And because of that, people reject you, or they push you away, or they tease, or they do these things. But you know what? Jesus was rejected and teased also. And so as we're relying on scripture, we're trying to teach our children that life is not easy, but with the scripture, we can fight, we can gain confidence, we can get, more facts and guidance through the scripture. So needless to say, as we talked it through, we started discerning, okay, that's their opinion, honey. Well, he said he thinks that the clothes I wear, they don't match, or my son is really eclectic. He wears like all these crazy different colors all together. He just puts together all these really eclectic outfits, right? But that's just who he is. It matches him perfectly, right? So they're telling him about what he's wearing, how it doesn't match this way and it shouldn't be that way. So, we talked it through. It's like, hon, that's their opinion. It's not a fact. It's not true. It's not somewhere where you can go and say, hey, what is the outfit that people wear, in the 7th grade, or what do 10th graders wear on a Tuesday? There's not this place you go in the book and it's like, here it is, boom, this is what you wear on Tuesdays. No, it's an opinion. That's what you like, that's what you don't like. So be it. An opinion should be valuable, but they don't run the show, right? So I can have my opinion. I really, really, really like my earrings to hang long. That's my opinion. You might think, J-Dawn Mom, your earrings look crazy. And you know what? I'm okay with that because I like them. But anyway, you know my point. So as we go through and we help our children to understand that people have opinions and that's okay, that means they can have opinions and it's okay. And someone else can, and someone else can, and someone else can. And the more they're able to do that, they can own their own opinions and feelings, and they can allow others to do the same. Now, here's where zeal without knowledge. Here's where we need to dig a little deeper, right? And as they get older, you're going to go, because depending on how old your children are, right? You're going to go deeper based on how old they are and how much cognitive understanding they have. So as they get up into preteens and teens and they really start getting into a deeper conversation, even young adults, like I have 6 kids, right? And you probably already know that, but they're all yaks. I call them yaks. Young adult children or kids. They're my yaks. 17 to 27. So my 17-year-old is not quite an adult, but she's about to be 18. And frankly, they're all up in that range where they're kind of young adults or pushing up on that. When I talk to my ex, even them, we get into deeper conversations even now about these types of things and what people think and facts and truth and all that. So as you get into deeper, you start to help your children understand that the same way you have your opinion and you want it to be heard, validated, and you want to have that right, other people have that same exact thing. So we have to allow that for them as well. Now, here's where the tricky part comes. Helping them understand what an opinion is versus a fact. So, this is my teacup. I love to drink tea. But it says, I'm a mom, what's your superpower? This is a cup. We can't argue about it. It's a cup, right? So that's a fact. This is a cup. It's not an opinion. I'm not saying, this is a cup to me. But now we could dice it up and say, hey, you think it's a mug, and you think it's a cup, and you might think it's a tumbler. So you might have different names for it, and we can get into opinion about that. But overall, the fact is this is a cup, right? So that's what I mean about helping them understand the difference between facts and opinion. And if the more they understand that, the better they're going to be. The easier it's going to be for them to have conversations with people without getting personally insulted, without getting an attitude, without lashing out or running off, just leaving the conversation altogether, not being able to converse more than a couple minutes. Like if you notice in the world now, with so many people, we can't even converse for more than a few minutes without running off because we disagree. So helping them understand these things. And then the last piece of this is, okay, so this is an opinion, this is a fact. Now, if I don't want to hear it, because I'm in an emotional state right now where I really just don't want to hear it. So you're telling me that this is a cup, and the fact is this is a cup. And I have my opinion. I don't think it's a cup. That's not what it is to me. I don't think so. That's still my opinion. We have to help our children to understand this is the fact. If you don't want to accept it, you don't have to. But no, you're not accepting a fact. Know the difference. You're allowed to say that. You know what? I mean, plenty of times, I tell you what, plenty of times as a Christian, I've been told something or I've been given a scripture or some kind of, correction or something about something I'm doing. And it's hard to take. The Bible says no discipline feels pleasant at the time, right? But, it does produce a harvest of righteousness for those who are trained by it. But it doesn't feel good at the time. So I've been told that more than once. And in that conversation, I have more than one time said, I hear what you're saying. I hear you. And you know what? I hear you. But I'm feeling so much right now. My pride is up. I just feel, I don't want to hear it. I don't even want to hear it. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't want to hear it. And in my stubbornness, even in my partial stubbornness, I knew I was being prideful and stubborn, but I knew enough to say, I can't hear that right now. I don't care if it's a fact. This is how I feel right now. And I knew I was rejecting the fact for my feeling. I knew that's what I was doing. And I knew I would circle back around at some point to get back to the facts. But in the moment, I couldn't. And I knew I couldn't. So that's what you want your kids to understand, because Proverbs 19:2 says, zeal without knowledge is not good. For us as parents, we can tell our kids, they might ask to do something and we might say no. So, Mom, can I go to the mall with Joey? And for whatever reason, the answer is no. I don't know what the reason is. Maybe you have a legitimate reason why you don't want them to. So, no, you can't go to the mall with Joey. So your kid is feeling some type of way because they really want to go to the mall with Joey. So depending on how old they are, they might beg a little bit. They might complain and whine and do all this kind of other stuff. But when all is said and done, I said, no, you can't go to the mall with Joey. That's my authority as a parent. You can't go. So they may have some opinions and feelings and emotions about that. And they're allowed to have them. So as a parent, I can let you have all that. Not disrespectfully. Don't be talking back, acting a fool. Don't be cutting up. No, we're not having that. But you can have your feelings and be validated. That's okay. But the answer is still no. Can't go with Joey, right? So that's just the bottom line. So the zeal that they have, the desire, the eagerness to get to the mall, please, Mom, please, and they got all this fervor and all this passion about it. The knowledge is, I'm the authority and my word is the end, or dad's word or whoever. That's the end. That's the knowledge. So for you to continue in your zeal and your desire and your passion without taking into account the knowledge that the answer is what it is, and that's the final answer for my authority, that's not good. It gets you nowhere, right? So, yeah. I think it's important that we have our kids not follow along with the drama, the emotion, the hype of the day, which is so easy to do. And I don't just mean today, the day, but I mean whatever the current situation happens to be at any given moment. There's plenty of places for them to fall into, plenty of pits for them to fall into and get caught up in the world and all this stuff that's going to just cause them to feel a lot spiritually. And we need to protect them from that. And one way we can protect them is to help them with this scripture to learn how to separate opinion and feeling from fact and truth. So that's my 2 cents. And I will tell you, I do have, my TikTok is JDawnMom, which is what you see here. So feel free to check my TikTok. I tell you what, you're going to get a lot of these like 1-minute parenting with scripture blurbs. But I also put a lot of goofy stuff because it's important for us parents not to just be a parent. So I would be out with my kids in public. I stayed home. I was a stay-home mom for 15 years. So I would be out with my kids in public, you know, in the park and at the store and the library, all different places. And people would always see me, the lady with all the kids. They thought I was a nanny, you know, the whole 9 yards. So it got to the point where if I ever went out for a walk or to the store or went somewhere without my kids, people were like, do I know you? Like, why are you talking to me? Why are you saying hi to me? I'm like, it's me. Like me, the lady with all the kids. Oh, the lady with all the kids. So I said that to say, as parents, a lot of our identity is tied up in being a parent and our kids. So my TikTok has a lot of parenting with scripture tidbits, but I'm also going to have fun, goofy, corny, just fun stuff. Because as parents, we also need an outlet. We need to be silly and goofy and true to ourselves, whoever we really are. And that comes out in my TikToks as well. So I hope you get entertained on some of the goofy ones as well as learning some parenting things. So I am all about comments. Please leave comments, thoughts you might have to add to it, because I certainly have not arrived at the final destination. I've lived and I've learned a lot through other parents, through reading, through seminars, you know, just through life. But there's still so much more that I can learn from you, and hopefully you can learn from me, and we can create a community of really helping each other through this journey of parenting. If you have a question, please bring it with you. Put it in the comments. I will certainly answer whatever I can. And if you have ideas of different things you want to talk about, topics or ages or different types of parenting issues, please throw them out there and I'll see what I can find out scripturally or what scriptures I've relied on for that and see what we can live and learn. I will see you guys the next time. JDawnMom signing out.